And so when you meet people like this, you ask them how they roofed their house, how they covered their houses. TriSteel Roofing Company Limited. If you're listening to me, TriSteel Roofing Company Limited is the best when it comes to roofing your houses. They have Color Supreme +1 self-clean roofing sheets with 20-year warranty. Here comes the good news. If you've never heard it, let me tell you. They offer technical support. They offer quick estimates. And the installation is free once you buy from them. I didn't even know they have circular and circular wave. The roofing, they say there's something called self-lock. So they put something on it and then they lock it underneath and challenge no be small. TriSteel Roofing. Please call them on 0302 850 802 or 0303 967 400. TriSteel Roofing, your number one choice. The Franco Trading Enterprise says some thieves are using their Facebook account. They're using the Facebook name to operate a different account, and they're using it to defraud the innocent citizenry. And they say I should inform the general public to be advised by desisting from doing any Facebook transaction with their Facebook trading account, but they should rather use their official Franco app or website. So if you want to buy anything from Franco Trading Enterprise, kindly visit their website on www.francotrading.com or francophones.com. Please call them on 0246 422 338 or 0546 133 188. At Franco Trading, they have the new mobile phones, they have accessories, and more. If you're looking for the latest TV, they have the latest brand new Franco TV sets ranging from 36 to 55 inches at affordable prices with free wall mount. Now, let me end by saying a big thank you to Betway. Now, Betway brings you so much more entertainment with the Betway Casino. From online slots to your favorite table games, you will experience hours of endless fun on the Betway Casino. To get started, visit betway.com.gh, tap on the Casino tab, choose from more than 120 exciting casino games. Choose the amount you want to wager and tap on the spin icon. Remember, you must be over the age of 18 to participate. Betway, bet your way. Betway, for the love of the game. Okay, let's begin our conversation this morning. Mr. Socrates Safo is in the studio. Something is going on with classification. And Socrates is here to explain further. Good morning, sir, and thank you very much for your time.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm still alive.
It's always good to see you.
Sure.
Yes.
Sorry the other day for...
I knew you would get there.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go there because, well, someone may have not listened.
Oh, okay.
But once you've brought yourself there, let's deal with it.
And my brother didn't...
The Don, eh? You know the Don.
He only decided to disturb me. And after all that, we had a nice conversation.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Sometimes people listening thinks that we come on air and fight. No.
I know.
We only share ideas.
Yes. And they must understand.
Yes.
Sometimes. All right. So there was a release. Was it the Classification Act?
Yes.
Okay. If you can briefly tell us what it was or what it is, I beg your pardon, and then we get into it.
But you have the law?
I'm getting it. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So please go ahead.
Well, we have the Development and Classification of Film Act 2016, which was passed into law in 2016. But the truth of the matter is that this law has been there for over 20 years.
Okay.
I remember it has been passed before under President Kufuor. It was only left with the president's assent to it and it was halted because there were some discrepancies that they noticed. Some people raised a petition, and a query, and then the president, in his wisdom, decided, no, it should be sent back to Parliament. And it was at the tail end of his regime. So as per the law, it must go through the mail again.
Right.
Until 2016, that's President Mahama. It was passed, and President Mahama signed it.
Right.
And here we are. Under that law, we have the classification committee that is to be set up by the NFA, that's the National Film Authority.
Right.
They set up the classification, and the duties of the classification committee is to make sure that every content that comes public is classified. I
have a copy of the 935 Act, 935th Act.
Yes.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
But it's lengthy. It's about 23 pages.
Well, you have to consume all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have the classification set up to make sure that it classifies every content that is coming on TV and in the public domain. People are asking how about internet and all that. It says public domain. And if you read the act somewhere there, you will see that it's also mentioned internet. So that should settle it. As to how we achieve that, it's in the bosom of the committee to study the system, the technologies available, all the institutions that can support us or help us to achieve that goal, to keep. What are we looking at? Formerly, it used to be censorship.
The censorship board.
It's the censorship board. Until the Fourth Republic Constitution that took away censorship and now makes classification. What does classification seek to do? We just watch the contents, look at certain indicators, and then you check mark it, and that will determine which age group should see the work. For example, we have U, which is universal, and with the universal classification, everybody at all
can see it.
You can show it on TV, because one, we have two main channels, that is cinema and television. Let's leave internet for now. We will deal with it later. And when you come to classification, cinema don't have specific time that one can show. You can go to opera at 12 as it used to be years ago, and you show a U movie and it's acceptable.
I remember 12,
yes.
6.
Some
8.
people are trying to confuse these two, cinema and television. That's why I'm trying to break it down. But when it comes to television, you can show 24 hours. Then you come to parental guidance, that's PG. For that, you only watch when there is an adult around. So, per television standard, what do we do? If you are a television owner, station owner, what time do you think you should show these contents? As we speak, you are here, your kids are at home. So, who will guide the child to watch that content? So, strategically, it must fall within the time belts that adults may be present. Now, then we have, let me consult my book. Then I think we have 12. That is for...
I think it starts from 7. Because I've seen 7, 7 plus, or?
7 plus.
Yeah, I've seen 7, 7 plus.
My glasses.
Your what?
My glasses.
You are wearing it.
Andy, coffee be my
please serve him coffee, eh? Also, no.
Yeah.
You need
Kumkum
program was here. Are you serious? The way he was rubbing his hands through his.
I was looking for it. I don't know how.
I should have told him I have it in my suit.
Oh,
Yes.
you need a vacation.
Charlie, don't be small. Yeah, work. Too much work, Charlie.
So we have 12. That is for persons
Below.
12 years and above. Yeah. That means it's up to 12 years.
Right.
Okay. Then we have 15, we have 18, and NS. All these.
What is the NS for?
The N is not suitable
Right.
for public. You see, we are not censorship. We are classification. So we are telling you that this content you have is not suitable for public consumption. We can't stop you from what you watch in your room. We can't stop you, but you don't bring it public to outside for people to see. That is the NS. Yeah.
All right. So for educational purposes, this classification committee, what is it about?
It is simply to classify the movies or content. Now, when we say content by extension, it goes to adverts, music videos, telenovela or series, documentaries, movies. Any content that you are putting out there on public domain, we need to classify it and advise on which age bracket should see it.
So who are those on the committee?
Okay. The committee is made up of the committee is made up of representatives from the minister is the chairperson of the committee, or he appoints somebody to chair it. Okay. And then we have from Information Service Department, National Commission on Culture, National Film and Television Institute, the Film Producers Association of Ghana, Ghana Police Service, not below the rank of a superintendent of police, the Copyright Office, Christian Council of Ghana, Federation of Muslim Council, Traditional Religious Authorities, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, and one representative from the National House of Chiefs.
Hey, then it's quite a number.
Yeah. And the committee may also co-opt individuals for the purposes of preview of films. And these are people with expertise.
So if you say they may, which means you've not even had your first sitting.
No, we've been meeting. What we are doing today or setting up the date and time is out of meetings that we've had since our inauguration and consultation with industry stakeholders. And all
Does that mean that there are representatives from each of these institutions you've mentioned?
Yeah.
Wow. So how many are you in all?
In all, we are
14.
12.
12?
Yeah.
Do they come?
Yeah. We've been having meetings.
Wow, I see. So if I have a product and I want it to be classified, what are the procedures I must
for
go
now,
through?
it used to be, the classification office used to be at the ISD office around industrial area opposite Ashford. But we are moving it we are now getting an office at ATIC, that's the Accra Tourism Information Center.
Okay.
We are now perching with the Creative Art Council office. Right. So from 15th June, the operations will start. We will start receiving works from 15th June.
Well, does it involve money?
Paying of a fee. That will also be made public. We have to consult the NFA.
Oh, so it means it's not finalized yet?
Yeah, the fees are not finalized, but we will make that public.
Now, you mentioned that music videos. Let me use that, or let me use that as an example, because we sit on entertainment or on showbiz, and music videos seem to be it sits at the helm of affairs when it comes to music production. Yeah. So, what happens if I have a music video? Must it be sent to you?
Yes.
Your office?
Yeah.
Every music video.
Once you are putting it out to public domain, you must bring it as per the law. Okay,
so in this case, what will you do? Will you look at it and classify it too?
Yes. I've heard some of our colleagues agitating that we need expertise in music and all that. No, please, our work is not to assess how good the music video is. No, that's not what we.
So
are
there's
looking
no
at.
filmmaker on your board. Is that what you're saying?
There is a filmmaker.
So
There is the Film
if
Producers Association.
people are saying
No, this is audiovisual.
yes, but audiovisual, I mean, a filmmaker is I stand to be corrected.
Then
But that's your field anyway.
Yeah. So what we are doing is looking at the content.
So apart from you, there's no filmmaker on the board.
Oh, there is a rep from the Film Producers Association of Ghana.
Okay.
In the person of Mr. Hackman.
Okay.
The former president of the
Right.
association. Yeah. So we are
Okay.
only looking at the content, what you are showing us, and what you are saying. It's not how good the music is or that. No, that's not what we are looking at. And we have certain check marks that we are looking at. So anybody at all can be given that, and you watch the content vis-a-vis the check marks, and then you just tick.
Now
Nudity,
you
violence.
you also you just said that it doesn't matter how good the song is. So supposing the song is the song has profane or explicit
Then
content.
that is the language.
Yes.
Yeah, language. So
language
yeah,
falls in it. So
falls
if
in
you say
language.
it doesn't matter if the song is good or not.
Oh, when I say song is good, maybe or because you say so and you no,
they
that's
said-
not
okay.
Or the mixing is right or wrong. That's not what we are checking.
Right.
Do you understand? We are not checking how well the song was mastered or
So
mixed.
in this case, how would it be shown on TV? Would it come with the tag 18?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, whatever ratings we give you, it must be displayed on the product out.
I stand to be corrected again. I've not seen music videos being rated like that. Or
You've not seen because we were not doing it. Now we are going to do it.
I mean, anywhere in the world.
Are you sure?
That's what I'm saying. I stand to be
Hello?
corrected.
It's being done. It's being done.
Whoa, I see.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything like that, Kwesi?
Like watching movies and
No, not movies, music videos.
Yes, yeah, it's done.
Well, as I said,
Yeah, that's quite of. Usually before
done.
the video pops up, it tells you, and that's 13
Yeah.
trays on all these foreign TV stations. Basically, that's what they do.
So what if I'm watching? What if I'm watching from the middle?
If you are watching from the middle,
Nowadays,
Yeah.
there are video jockeys, all right? They are VJs, and so they mix the songs not from the beginning. They won't play it till the end. They'll play it from, let's say, a minute after.
okay,
after.
that is maybe exceptional cases.
That's what I'm saying. Would it be
that-
tagged?
But here, what we are saying is that throughout it must be there.
Aha.
That is
That's
what
what
we
I'm
are saying.
asking.
Yeah. Throughout. It
Okay,
must
so different applications may exist for
Aha.
different countries.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen
be there.
anything
please,
like that. That is
let's
tagged.
limit. You know what? There is no universal regulation anywhere under the sun. Even the copyright law. Do you understand? It differs from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, but they have a format. So let's limit ourselves to Ghana and what we are doing here per our challenge.
So you are saying that owners of music videos
Yeah.
should come and register. So what about the foreign videos?
Well, if you have the right, bring it. Because when you bring the work, we check documentations. Does it belong to you? If not, do you have the right? If not, we cannot deal with it.
Okay, so in this case, people or owners of channels who do not have rights.
We are
And-
not talking, we are not, owners of channel cannot bring like maybe Adum FM or
Let's say Adum TV,
Adum TV.
and they want to show a video from Angelique Kidjo.
Do they have the right?
That's what I'm saying.
If
that
they don't have the right, they can bring it.
yes, so they'll continue to show it anyway.
The
So
law
in this
says that
case-
you can do it.
No, listen, no, please, let's face reality. Hold on, people are showing movies. They don't have the right. Look, there
That
was
was
a.
then. Now the law is here.
Hold on, no, I beg you. What's the movie? The Wakanda thing. What's it?
Wakanda, huh?
Wakanda.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
I saw it on TV before I went to see it at the cinema.
Yes.
The movie had come out few days later, and a TV station was showing it.
That's
Okay.
a pirate.
That's pirated.
Good.
That's
Did they-
piracy.
that's what I'm asking. Did they have the right?
That's
They
a
did not have the
no,
right.
that's copyright
I don't know. I
infringement.
can't see it. No, wait. be careful.
Uh-huh.
We all don't know whether they have the right or not.
Right. So,
Do you know they have the right?
Bruh. See, sometimes, and this one you are telling me to wait. I can also tell you that this town, we know it will be, apart from few TV stations who can boldly walk to this big
your board and tell you that
movie,
they have rights.
these movie producers and tell them I want to secure the right of Wakanda to come and show it after a few days of it release to come and show it in Ghana. They show the thing. They show that they infringe the corporate the deeds of the people. They don't. They didn't pay Peswa. They show the thing from their own this thing editorial policies from their own MCR. They just went to this thing and then downloaded the thing and showed it. Can they pay? Can you pay? Where's the money? They haven't even paid their staff.
The Sokretsafu, you know,
has
talk
changed
the way you are presenting.
Okay.
It. But now, I'm sitting here not as Sokretsafu. I'm sitting here as the chairperson of the classification.
So let me be the old Sokretsafu. So then you become the this thing.
Okay.
So
after your presentation, because my answer to the question he posed is based on as the chairman of
saying that. So let me be the old Sokretsafu.
Okay.
Now this is the old Sokretsafu, how he talks.
Yeah.
The individuals who are showing all these international movies from morning to evening, they have not secured any right.
Do you have proof to that?
I may
So
not. This one is not. I don't need to have a proof.
Okay. I told you something that the Sokretsafu will speak the way you are. But as a chairperson, I have a law. Do you understand? I'm operating with a law. So, one, if you come, I am not there to determine whether you have the right to or not. But now the law says that.
Socket. Now this is becoming ambiguous. No, you said that you must have the right, and without it, you cannot secure classification. Now you are saying that you are saying, hey, no,
you cut me.
You are
so I haven't made sense.
No. I had to stop you. No, I had to stop you there, not to confuse the listener. Okay. You said that you must have the right, and without it, you cannot classify it. Now you are saying that you may not have the right to determine whether the person has the right or not. It's too ambiguous.
Okay, I beg you. Now let me take my time and do my presentation.
So,
but I am under siege.
No, you are not.
Oh,
feel free.
Why?
That's why I said Kanutri. I mean, feel free. I mean,
you see?
Are you saying Mr. Suffolk?
No,
it's not about that.
Far from it. Sometimes he wants it to get to the people. Not everybody understands the language so well. So if he really wants to permeate within society, he must use the language that.
Want to be Englishman.
So you are talking about penetration.
Yeah, penetration
to the people.
It's okay, please proceed.
I'm so comfortable speaking my native
Please
language.
proceed.
So as I was saying,
from Tumbo, please proceed. Okay. Yeah.
So as I was saying,
Yes.
I am operating under the law, and I cannot determine whether those who are showing Wakanda have the right or not until I have approached them and request for it, and they were not able to show it or present it to me. But I can't just sit back and say that they don't have it. Do you understand? So if you sit here and say that, oh, they were showing Wakanda, they don't have the right. No, that's not how to go about it. First and foremost, you request for it. Now the law says that classify every work that you put out there. Simple. If you bring it, we check whether you have the right, the documentation is covering it. That is the only way we can classify it for you.
Okay, so until they bring it, do you have the right to ask whether they yes, per law?
Yeah,
do you have the right?
Yeah, per the law. The law says that whatever content we approve out there, we must make sure that the person have the necessary rights. It's in the law. You can read it.
Yes. Then you have the right to question.
Yeah, but I was explaining that from where questionnaires was coming from, that just because they are showing it, they don't have the right. I said no, that's not how you must present it, or that's not how I want to present it. I want to be guided by the law.
So I want to play a video of Davido. or more Nigerian names, Burna Boy, P Square. If I have the right and I don't present it to you, what happens?
We can't classify it.
I don't need your classification. I'm playing it.
Where?
On TV.
Check the law. The law says that you cannot do that.
Listen, you see, just as the Don just said, a lot of people don't even read. A lot of people
Ignorance
may not.
of the law is no excuse.
Well, I understand. So what will happen?
What will happen? Okay.
In fact, you are talking about penalties or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is what I want to check for him.
You have your spares?
Yes, I have my.
That thing happened to me some time ago. Ask Nana Kwame. Flemmer, you were there. I was wearing my shades and I was looking for my shades and they all started laughing.
Old age.
It's menopause.
Old age.
It's menopause.
Well, the law says that breach of this law, breach of this law attracts a penalty, 1,000 penalty units, and the forfeiture of.
Sorry, please say it again.
Minimum of 1,000 penalty units. Breach of this law.
Right.
That if you should show a movie or anything without classification, that is what it attracts, and the forfeiture of your gadgets.
For a period of time, or perpetually?
No, yeah.
Perpetually?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or you go to jail.
So when you say 1,000 units,
A minimum of 1,000 units and not exceeding 10,000 penalty units.
Convert it into cities.
that's what I'm asking.
Convert it. I think 12 cities for 1 penalty unit.
So 1,000.
No. Share.
Yeah,
So 12 cities.
12 cities, I think I'm
12
aware.
cities
For a penalty
for a penalty unit.
So multiply
10
by 1,000.
By 1,000. Charlie, no be small money. So that'd be like how much? About 12,000. Hey, 120. What?
No, catch there.
You catch there.
So how much?
Close to 6,000.
No.
Hey,
It'll be either 12,000 or 1,000.
but you get calculator. You two did
for you.
yeah.
12,000.
12,000. You had the talk. You say you know catch. So same no.
No, you say 120. I say no catch 120 be 12.
120 million old cities.
Okay, now you got
And
right.
I make like a Kosia Japan.
You know,
All the
small-
money for convert them into
Yeah,
old money.
Charlie, no be me oh, still. Charlie, still. Okay, wow. Listeners, in case you just tuned in, you're listening to Hitz 103.9 FM. I'm speaking to the boss of the classification committee, Secret Safo. And we're having a discussion. So now, all music videos must be sent to you and then you classify it. So if it is 18, or if it is above 18, what happens?
Well, you show it around 11 o'clock.
PM.
Yeah.
Now, what about alcohol? This question I've been wanting to ask you. So, we display a lot of alcohol. Let's say the music video is sponsored by an alcoholic beverage. In this case, what happens?
Well, we look at it and then we classify it.
If no one is pouring it, but it's just showing the product?
Yeah, we classify it. But you see,
So which age bracket would it fall under?
adults.
Or in okay. Okay. You were about saying something.
Yeah, you see, these alcoholic beverage companies falls under FDA, and they have their regulations too. That is what they have over there.
Already
We
they
also
have some
regulations.
issues coming up.
Fine, so we are two separate entities.
Now, what about old already airing videos?
Well, you bring it. We have a list of the.
Because there are millions of videos. Oh,
Yes, but we have the list of the content that has been classified already by the former classification committee. They've transferred it to us. So if it's not in, then you need to classify it.
how do you determine that?
Oh, we have the list. So you come with your
Okay, so why don't you partner with the likes of Foresight TV, or Bright TV, whose contents are predominantly music videos?
How do we partner them?
Oh, I mean, once they have they have 100% music video
But
usage.
the content doesn't belong to them.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That to make it easier. Well,
So-
the content didn't belong to the classification board earlier.
Yeah, and the
Yet this
law.
Do you understand? So why don't you partner? I think it will be very much easier because getting to some of these artists will be very difficult.
Well,
some may have been dead. For example, the other time I was watching TV and I saw Omani Pozo's music video, and it even reminded me that I need to go and check on his wife and kids. And, you know, these are some of the things. How do you even get to Omani Pozo? Who's there? Who's taking care of his stuff? So I think that, well, you may have forgotten that, or you may even leave him out of the list. But at least a station like Foresight TV may present to you a data, or they may have a collection that may have all of these people in there. Don't you think so?
Yes, for your information, we've been there.
Okay.
We've had meetings with them. We've explained what the law requires from them. That, look, before anybody brings his video, you must make sure that it is classified. So it's up to them to also inform the owners of the videos that, look, we can't play your video until you've classified it.
Now, if it's classified, do I have a certification?
Yes, you are given certification. You bring it, and within 14 days, we should classify it for you. Okay. It can be within a day, but the law says.
But why 14 days?
The law says within 14 days, not you don't wait for 14 days. Yeah, within 14 days, we should be able to. So it can be within a day, 2 or 3, but within 14 days, we should be able to. And you bring the work 21 days before your intended date of release.
Okay, right. Kwesi?
Yeah. Yeah, first of all, congratulations to Socrates.
Please note where you are putting your space. Don't come asking.
Yeah, first of all, congratulations to Socrates for the appointment. Indeed, it came at the right time. But you see, there are some few truths which also has to be spoken in the matter beforehand. It is important for all of us to have this classification. For me, when I saw the appointment and all that, I said, yes, something is starting very, very good. But one of the few challenges that I have is that why do we allow the system to deteriorate? Then after we want to come and correct it. Because then it makes us if like we go informal and then we are trying to come formal. Like what Socrates and the entire classification committee is trying to do now. The system has gone 20 years informal. And then we are now trying to bring it back formal under 1 month. And so I see most of the approaches too much in a hurry, instead of using the practical steps to get the entire nation believe in their system and what they are trying to achieve. Because you see, you are bringing a system which is not there. People are ignorant.
It is new to them.
Exactly. People are ignorant. People doesn't even care about it. Even in a dispensation where the system, people don't even have the money to even go and produce the movies at all. This was to have been better in the heydays when producers were battling. I was used to have office at Musica when I was the chairman. And I saw the kind of fight that even goes among producers. Those times when if you want to release a movie, you have to bring it to their office for them to give you a date of release. Sometimes it becomes a fight that some people want to throw themselves down from the top to the floor, even within themselves. So I saw this classification thing like the office after their commissioning. I felt like they would have taken their time, develop all the various, and I saw it, the various creative works, the 18, the 16, the 12, the 10,
classifications,
all those, classification lineups. And then after, possibly, maybe secure some TV advertising and all these things
to educate people,
to begin giving some education and some kind of information to the public, from the rural areas to the cities, Takrady, all these places, and then get people conscientized on the need for us to classify our movies, our songs, and all that for our children, for the purposes of children, for the society, and all that. Because, and for me, that should be the starting line of all the system and everything that the committee is doing. Instead of coming straight harsh and say that if you don't do this, you have to present that. If you don't do this, you have to present that. For me, you are acting too much of an authority than the actual work which is supposed to go into your activity to produce the results.
But
for me,
they are an authority.
No, I'm saying no. I'm not using authority as in the office.
Authoritarian.
They are looking like a police to me. Exactly, they are looking like police than the actual work which is supposed to go into their activity. Because you see, the thing is not there, and you are trying to. People are not even aware. If you open the phone lines, you have so many people saying, "What is this? What is that? What are they bringing? What are they?" Because we have gone too much. We have gone 20 years informal, and we are coming back to formal. You see what makes
when they say we who
the country. I'm talking about the country.
Stakeholders.
We have gone 20 years informal in Ghana, without anything. Obi acha movie no dey abeto. One. So boys you music video you banning
you don't mention them.
Yeah, so many of them. Yes, people have been drink amount for video. Chroma, these boys, yo boy, they shoot music video. They are popping champagne. They are popping Jack Daniels. It's a normal practice. And then today there's a headmaster in the house. He say everybody cease fire. Article 36 says that before you can show your video popping champagne, bring it to our office for censorship before you can go and show it. And then people begin to sit in their room and say, hey, what is happening? Is this a new policy? Is it a new system? So it will have been very much important and incumbent on their office to at least provide that tutorials, that education, that sensitization for Ghanaians and everybody, the general public, for people to even sympathize with their office. That yes, where have you been? Oh, this is supposed to have been done in the system.
All right.
But as it stands now, you are trying to change the corrupt system in 1 month, which would do not work. So it is making.
What you are saying, how long should we have taken?
You need almost about 6 months to do this intensive education. You need about 6 months. But unfortunately, here in our GH, we keep inaugurating boards and these commissions without giving them a peswa. So they go to the office. As I'm talking to you now, I'm not even doubtful that his office, all the meetings they have got, they don't even receive allowances because they have not been given money. Already they are perching in the office. They don't even have an office. You understand? So the establishment, what even makes them powerful as a board? What even makes them powerful as authority? They don't even have it. They don't have administration where people can even go there, register their work and begin doing on all this. They don't have it. It's only a few committee members who are meeting.
All
right.
So I'm saying that before they embarking on this.
No, please.
Do you have it?
If you say we don't have it, please. It's just like you saying that somebody don't have the right to show our conduct.
Well, he just said there's an office.
Assume that we don't have it, please.
Look, you don't have an office. You are patching. You yourself said it.
Please.
You say you are patching with creative arts.
It makes economic sense sometimes, to patch.
A whole classification body. Go to Google the American classification, their office. A whole body such as authority, such as classification, you are patching. And I'm saying where
Adum FM used to be.
No,
Adum FM, do you know where it used to be? It used to be at Tema.
You are talking about
they were paying rent.
You are talking about a private. You are talking about a private company. This is a national thing.
Who also used to be?
That's why you are getting.
But look at
that's why you are getting it wrong. You are talking about a private company. This is a national thing, a national authority. We are not talking about my media extra company. This is our authority, and you are patching in somebody's office without a budget.
Okay, Kwesi, well, thank
you
you
don't
very
have
much.
even money.
So great. So I hope you understand what Kwesi is trying to say.
On this car,
but do you?
The meetings they have gone have even receive allowances. They don't have money.
Kwesi, well, thank
and
you
that's
very
the truth.
Kwesi, thank you.
They don't receive allowances.
But do you have a task force that may go to these institutions when they apply these music videos, when these are shown without any proper classification? Yes. Is there any yes. Or you are using the police?
No, the police, as usual, they are part of us. But what we are not doing strategically is to have a standing task force.
Okay.
No, we are not doing that. The moment you do that, you have a challenge.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as and when we need to strike, the committee, as per the law, allows us to form
an ad hoc committee.
Yeah.
But does it only affect audiovisual materials?
Yes.
Okay. Prince, please.
Yes, congratulations, Socrates. I mean, I got to discuss this with Socrates at Gamero. He actually came to Gamero to inform stakeholders so as to help, spread the information which we are
Did
going
you
to
hear
do.
that, Questiones?
Which we are going to do. We are going to do because
We
we
were
have
talking
actually, in principle,
information.
we have actually in principle agreed that we are going to send bulk text messages to our members to notify them of the new directive so that they get the information needed. So we are in tandem with whatever they are doing. And for me, I think Kwesi has a point. It is a bit too late, but it's better than never.
Never.
Yeah, because in the past,
there's a way they phrase that English.
yes,
Better late
than never. Yes, thank you very much, Kwesi.
Those of you who went
Yes,
to proper school.
yes.
Yeah,
But I didn't want to use the phrase. All right, so I feel that what Kwesi was saying is true. Because back in the day when the industry was vibrant, you would have made a lot of money. But then, it's better to correct, but we never know when the industry would rise again. But it's better to have structures in place. These were the stuff that were not done. That is why we had a lot of indiscipline on our airwaves. So if the board deems it right to do it now, I think we need to congratulate them at least. They are setting a foundation for the future to build upon, which is very important, And I don't know, Socrates, what you would have to say. Generally, even though there is no law banning retrospective laws, when I talk about retrospective laws are laws that are passed. But if you don't take care, would affect things that were done before they were passed, as Christianes was putting it, or as Andy Dossi was putting it. What about old videos? How are they going to do it? Because that one is going to be an onerous task, if you ask me. You can't even trace them. It will be difficult for you to trace them. Some of them are dead. Some of the people who have inherited the rights have traveled abroad. They have no contacts, etc.
You can't even trace them. I'm sure Gamero is also facing the same problem.
Yeah, so it's going to be difficult, really, to tackle old videos on this one.
Unless they go for every station and shut their system down.
Yeah, so I don't know whether we would want to put a timeline on it. That videos from so and so date must have. That one, it will be in proper direction and people will be more comfortable, because what you are doing now, you're actually muddying the waters or stirring the hornet's nest. You never know. People may just get back at you unnecessarily because you want to give them a task that they cannot fulfill. Old video. How is he going to put the classification? Charlie, So I don't know whether you will take this concern to your committee so that at least you consider videos that have already passed through the system. Let them be absolved from this. So you give a timeline for the right thing to start. That is my suggestion. I am not.
If there is any video that was produced maybe the year 2000 and it contains some
explicit content,
it should be allowed.
No, but you were allowing it in the past.
That was when the law was not there.
Yes, so you should also consider. That is why I'm saying that.
The beautiful thing about the law is that.
Yes.
You see, here we are. Everybody bring your content. Let's classify it. This is not censorship. We are not banning it from being shown. We are only classifying it.
But won't you ban it if it deems fit?
Ban it? How?
Yes.
No, we are not.
Let's say if it is
we are not a censorship board.
So
you just put NS on it, not suitable.
That's not suitable. So you can classify NS.
We are not banning. Not suitable is not banning.
So not suitable.
But in effect,
what's the power backing their work then?
No, but not suitable in effect.
I want to know the power backing your work then. What's the power?
Yes, no, one at a time, please. Yeah. Listen to what Don is saying.
Yeah.
Not suitable
in effect is tantamount to banning.
Yes.
Because you would show it only in your home.
We haven't banned you from
then it means you've banned it from being shown publicly.
Yeah, but private, you can show it.
That's not the case. Then it means you've classified it as not to be shown. So you've banned it from showing it.
No, you can't call it banning.
Oh, no. Well, so it's semantics.
I think I want to be sure is banned.
It's not banned.
No, you can show it in your home.
When it's banned and you are even watching it at home, you can be arrested.
Come to my home and arrest me.
Come to my bedroom and arrest me.
Can you come to my... You come and meet the house owners. Omuye wo bakwa. Wa ubetumi
So we've not banned. You can watch it.
Now, Socrates, what about?
But do you know how many people watch porno in their bedrooms?
Right, Socrates, you were talking
He's
about
right.
the fact that we should consider.
Sorry
let's
to
fix
catch you.
this problem
You, I know how you can
There is
really
a
keep your
challenge
thoughts.
in the studio. Let's fix it.
Don was saying something here. Please let me get it. Excuse me. About old videos.
Say,
Oh, please. That's what. Oh, please. That's why I said let's take it one at a time,
okay.
please. A typical example is already showing telenovelas. I mean,
Yeah,
to back in what Don was asking.
it's already
It's
rolling.
already rolling. It's already in the system. So a
They should
telenovela
stop and
what
bring
happens?
it to you to classify before they
Come
come and
back,
continue.
yeah.
Is that what you are suggesting?
Yeah, we have
They
to
should
come
stop
back here.
telecasting, bring it to you to classify before they come and
If
continue.
let's say yes, it's my children love it. Now you classify it and then you put it under 18. So what?
Why are we putting it under 18?
Oh, per your rules or your law.
The fact that you've been committed an offense in the past and the policeman comes today, quote unquote, does not mean that, as for these ties, we've been stealing them. So today, if a security man comes or a policeman is here, he should allow us because we always steal. No. We just watch it and give you the necessary classification or advice on when you should show it. Simple.
So, Chris, I still want to understand this. Are television stations supposed to stop whatever they are transmitting now?
We've had
brought you and bring you the video for you to classify before they start again.
Okay.
Is that what you are saying?
As part of our roadmap and strategies, we've had series of meetings with some of the TV stations. Like I was explaining the other day, personal visits. We've had conversations with them, and we have a way per that challenge of series that are already being shown. We've had private meetings with
So
them.
what is that way?
That is between us.
Oh no, this is education because somebody may not have.
I beg you.
Somebody
It's
may not
education.
have been
No,
at
wait.
that
I
meeting.
beg you. Wait.
And it's about to establish a television
I beg you,
station
my brother,
or
my
buying
brother.
one that is running.
Jagger, please.
Okay.
We are being tactful and strategic in our operation, how we are going about things. I told you that we visit the stations, we've had conversations with them, the challenge and what the law says, taking into consideration their operations, their challenges and all that. Do you understand? So we are being tactful with it. And we've had very beautiful arrangement with them. We all agree on how to go about it. So let it remain there. That is not for public consumption.
Hey.
I beg you. I said being tactful. It's not everything that you put out there. I beg you.
Well, we wanted explanations. If I didn't ask you this question, you would not have told me that you were having some tete-a-tete with them and that you wanted to
Backdoor.
do private.
We have that arrangement. So I've given you that information.
No,
You ask a question,
but for
and I've given-
educational purposes
Yeah,
and for
educational
sensitization purposes, you
for
need to let the
there
secret
is
out of the bag.
information you give to the consumer and the information you give to the producer.
No, you see, okay, so Chris, what about if the consumer is seeing that the content provider is not adhering to your
That
regulations?
is why we will put out a hot, how do you call it? A contact number that you can report.
So when they report that TV so and so is still showing,
so
then you tell them that we have a private arrangement with
Excuse
them,
me,
so they can
no.
continue.
No,
Is that
no,
what
no,
you're
no.
saying?
Wait.
So great. Where am I going to get that contact number? Would it be displayed on the channel?
I
That is
said we
not adhering to what you have.
Andy, can I come in, please?
No, please let him
wait,
explain.
I beg you,
Let
I
him
beg you.
I'm
explain.
trying to speak,
What
but I
I just
also have a
said.
point.
No, you
Is it
said there
new?
is a contact number.
I
There is a
said we will
contact.
put out a contact number. Is it new?
Where?
Oh, we put out. When I say we will put out, you're asking mount billboards and all that. No,
But you
But you have not explained it.
So Chris, have you
No, I said we will put out. This
Where?
is normal practice
Where?
in the public domain.
Which domain? Where is the public?
do you have
So these
any?
banks, your bank, do they put out contact numbers that you can even contact them? in case you
sometimes
have
you
a
make-
The
challenge?
banks, when they are
No.
putting up, they
You
put
are
numbers
making-
to
you
all
don't-
they group their customers and then issue a text message to them. So
Wow.
tell us which
Wait.
modem are you using?
Simple.
I said we will put out.
Where?
And how?
Can't you say why?
Okay, I'll give you the information.
No, you now.
No,
you
no,
give
no.
it-
Yeah,
self-government
GDC
now.
here. Yeah,
Give it to
GDC
us
here.
now.
Okay, right.
We
And
will
let
even use your channel here. It's also part of the ways of disseminating information to the public. whatever means we can use to reach out to the public. Your channel here.
So media.
Do you understand?
All
It's
right.
also part of the
Now,
channel
okay, something,
that can be used.
something just
Tell me
crossed
your
my mind.
Andy
Okay,
Dusty.
please.
So I beg you, for this now, is it acceptable?
No, it's not
It's not.
acceptable. How do I accept this?
It's not because you have
At
not
even
provided
we
any.
can-
roadmap.
Supposing I'm watching TV, somebody like me, where I sit, if I see something being showed and I realize that at this time, why are they showing this? The other time you displayed something that a TV station was showing.
Yes.
I mean, quite some
Yeah.
difficult
Yeah.
scenes,
Yeah.
and it was in the day.
Yeah.
So imagine if a consumer like me, I'm watching and with my kids, my kids love TV,
Yeah.
and we're watching, and all of a sudden, boom, someone is making love to a woman at 1 p.m. on television.
Yeah.
Which number? Where am I going to get the number to call?
No,
you?
Andy Dusty.
Okay.
Even that one, my problem is even ahead
So,
of
and
that.
can-
And you, imagine you call
Can we
them.
deal with that?
You call them, and then they tell you that, oh yes, we have an arrangement with that station, so we won't tell you about that arrangement, so they can continue showing.
That is an assumption.
No, you are
You
telling
just
us.
said it.
You are
I'm
telling us
telling
that
you you've had some closed
doors.
door meetings.
So
Yes,
this
and I'm
closed
telling you
door,
that. What
I'm
about the
coming.
consumer?
My brother,
Yes,
my
how will
brother.
the consumer decode that closed door meeting? He will say you are not working. That's what the consumer will say, because the consumer is not aware you've had some kind of tete-a-tete with them.
My brother.
Because it will be seen as some people obeying the law and some people flouting the law with permission.
And you are saying that
With
some
permission
information
to flout the law.
Some information cannot even be said publicly.
Yes. Meanwhile, you're on an educational campaign.
Okay.
Can I
Can I
come
answer?
No, let me answer,
Can I
please.
answer that?
Okay, let him.
beg
The
you,
man
you
is trying
see?
to speak.
Give us the benefit that we know what we are about. One, when we go to the TV station, the conversation with them is not about they just showing anything at all. Do you understand? We've had a technical conversation with them. And it's not about just allowing anything at all on TV. Please, I beg you.
What about what is already running? What is
that
already
why I'm
running?
telling you that what is already running, that is the conversation. So that's, as we are speaking, with or without the classification committee, they are showing it. Do you understand? Now we go to them, we have that conversation, and we know how we are going to deal with them. I beg you, I'm pleading with you.
So you are dodging this question.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm dodging it tactfully.
Beautiful.
You understand? But
Now-
we are not sleeping on it.
All right.
Do you understand?
Andy,
I'll
Miriam.
let you go.
One more question.
Andy, please.
Andy, why are you
Andy,
trying to
please,
gag me?
since the man is here, it is important for
Don
us
is
to-
on the floor. Let him finish so
Yeah,
you
it's
come in.
important
Please.
for us to
Ernest,
have some
Ernest.
vital information from him.
Ernest.
Before next time you call me, his
Ernest.
phone is off.
Ernest,
Socrates,
please.
we are looking at anything that comes within the geographical boundaries of Ghana, or anything that has been telecast by Ghanaian stations. What are we looking at? What is the parameters of your mandate? Is it only stations that operate within
exhibition.
Ghana?
Public exhibition.
Fine. What about the
Internet.
digital
Internet.
extraterrestrial televisions that come in that will
Let's say
show
you are watching,
content?
Was it?
DSTV.
No.
I'm talking about pay. I don't want to just pay TVs.
No, don't mention that.
Yeah, pay TVs. They show
like what
content.
we have.
Yeah, they show content at the time they like, because because of the geographical nature of the world, certain parts of the world may be in dark or maybe sleeping, certain parts may be awake. Have you thought about how you're going to hold them? Because to tell you a fact, plenty people now are on pay TV instead of the normal TV that you are talking about. Let's face it, because some of these normal channels are even on pay TVs now. How are you going to regulate that one too?
Okay. Let me
Because
give
if
you
they
a-
are showing it at 8 p.m., it may be 12 years.
Yes. How are you going to regulate that one? Or that one you say, oh, that one it's not in Ghana, so that one should pass. How are you going to do it?
Can I answer now?
Yes, please.
Okay. You can't show alcohol adverts in Ghana before 8. You know that's law.
Yeah.
Okay. But when they are playing English Premier League, they show alcohol adverts.
Yeah.
Have you challenged that?
That is your mandate. That is
But
your
we
challenge.
even challenged it with the FD. Have you forgotten?
Yes, that is you.
So-
That is your job now.
Please, I
You
beg
would
you.
have to fashion
You know
out
what?
how you're going to do that.
You know what?
You think the job is easy?
I beg you.
They
Oh,
are going to show you the parameters of the job, so you do it well.
thank you very much. And we will do it well.
Have you finished answering it?
You know,
Yeah, he said he's going to show us the parameters. And
So how are you
make
going to
sure-
handle those
Okay,
ones? Yeah.
How are we going to
Because you seem to be defending it rather than telling us how to
No,
handle it.
you know what?
Have you challenged it when they are showing Premier League? That means you've taken a defensive position and you don't want to do anything about it. That's the kind of impression I get.
Oh, okay. Then it's a wrong impression.
Then
Please.
correct my impression.
The impression is that first and foremost, the first step we are taking is identify all these challenges and having direct interaction with those who are in charge. Example I gave you is this telenovela thing, which we noticed. That is why we went to the TV stations and had a conversation with them. Do you understand? One-on-one. Okay, this is what the law is saying. Some of your telenovelas are about 200 episodes. You start already within this time belt. So how are we going to do it? Are we to stop you? You have sponsors there also. So what do we do? These are the considerations.
All right.
You understand?
Now, someone
So,
is asking a very intelligent question.
Yeah.
One Kelenke says, what about live productions and concerts? How are you going to classify them ahead of time?
Okay. We can't determine what the guest or whoever is sitting there live will say. That one, we can't do that. Just like here, we don't know what we are all coming to say, though we know the topic. And the topic is what determines the time belt that it must go, the topic. But you also have the discretion of the host or whatever. Right now, as we are sitting here, if I decide to say certain things, you will cut me. Having in mind certain even in-house regulations. The same applies to these live shows. That if you know that your content or the type of show you are hosting is maybe adult content, you know the time belt to put it. So these are some of the things that...
So how would you classify it? What would you classify it?
Oh, per the content, the type of content you are, the subject matter that you are discussing.
All right.
Yeah, so we advise how to go, and then we give you the parameters how to...
Let me read some comments. There are some interesting comments for you. Plenty
Before
of them
I come
anyway.
in.
Yes.
Okay.
Dan Latte put up something very interesting. I saw something very interesting. He said, so what will they do if the artists publish their content online and not put on TV?
Yeah, this has been a...
Right now, I think there's a leeway because he says they forgot internet. They want to do now so that people can continue. That's the kind of
You
input
allow
I got.
him
Allow
to...
the man to speak.
The man is trying to
He
speak.
said, as for internet there, we
He's
should hold
trying
on.
to say something.
The man is trying to speak.
The law says public exhibition. Public exhibition. So on internet within the jurisdiction of Ghana is public education, public exhibition. Now, like I said, how we've even approached the TV stations, have a conversation with them vis-a-vis their challenges and all that. The same way, you know, internet within the jurisdiction of Ghana is being controlled somehow from a certain quarters. You are aware of that?
Yes, Nita.
Good. So all those approaches are being made as we speak.
Or you still want to read some message?
Halifax. My brother Halifax, he says, continue molesting Socrates. If and when he drops dead from the three-pronged attack, just know you cause the pressure for happiness.
With the beg, Halifax, with the beg. Socrates be my brother. I can't do that to Socrates. No, you see, it's not about Socrates. It's about the committee's work.
Exactly.
Please, let's separate the two. It's not about Socrates. Socrates have sought me out Friday.
Freeman, voice coach, Freeman says, Andy, please keep the pressure on him. He and his organization are clearly incompetent.
Okay.
Freeman, well, thank you. Kwesi, please. There are plenty comments. Plenty. Please allow me to.
We need to buy 1 hour time for them.
Please. Hazard Jr. says, good morning, Andy. It seems you didn't serve Mr. Safo any coffee this morning because you always say, please, please, please. Crispy K says, Andy, why is Socrates asking us what they should do? We have questions and we want answers, and he's giving us questions. There are so many unanswered questions, and 1,000 penalty is there. It looks like lots of people will pay. Now, 247 Kwesi says, are people supposed to draw your attention before you take action? Can't you put out stringent mechanisms to monitor these things? Wow. Papa Kwesi Roddy says, I agree with Mr. Kwesi Ernest. The questions he asked are legitimate and somewhat contributes to the reasons stakeholders might not gravely adhere to the classification law. Also, Mr. Safo is contradictory with some of his assertions. I'm confused. Olasti2 says, Uncle Sokresafo, just be sincere to us, the young ones. Now, 247 Kwesi says, Sokresafo, Ankasa, sometimes it be like he be lefty. You know the bad anything. Other lefties
and I'm a lefty.
And he's a lefty. Are people supposed to draw your attention before you take action? Okay. Holiday J says, Brandy, what the man they talk won't work because now people can stream by uploading on their phone to reach more people. Make it ban Netflix. Crispy K comes back and says, I work with a TV station and we've not been visited. I think that Don is right. With over 150 channels, you can visit every channel. Put out the information so we all know. Otherwise, we would have just given the law as well to the content producers. Pascal says, in fact, I don't understand anything Mr. Sogresafo is saying, just listening like that. And he says, why Mr. Logic Day in times like this? Even I trust going hard for me. Okay. Okay. Dennis from Manchester says, before this thing will work in Ghana, there it will be hard power. Olasti2 says, as a young and upcoming filmmaker, my interest goes into this discussion more. So, Andy, Uncle Socrates should come clear for us to learn about this thing more and more because everything sounds confusing to me. Papa Kwesi Roddy comes back and says, I don't see how feasible this law is because I've observably realized that laws pertaining arts, music, folkloric expressions, etc. bark but don't bite. Most have been instituted but largely dormant. This law is alien to me. I hope it's enforced. Wanky Lincoln says, what about, okay, I think I read that one. Who they eat says, tell Socrates that this is Ghana. Is he sure say this thing will work? There. Well, just asking though. OG Wangana says, Andy, please ask him how many days videos are going to be classified. How sure are they that they won't delay musicians in dropping their videos? Simple. They are just going to delay musicians, period. The man is trying to speak. Original Slice said, does it mean my favorite shows like Odaho Masu and Duvet, which ends at 10 p.m. will now move to 11 p.m.? Okay. Pascal says, Mr. Socrates gets out too much. People like this need not to get any position in anything. Oh. Don't lose your day in top. Yeah, I said, day in top. Make we go. OG comes back and say, good morning, Brandy. Tell Mr. Safo his implementation are not quite sounding. What must be done is to regulate music videos, which are too nudity. I think is really confusing. That's why. Brandy, next topic. Go ahead. Pandora 7 said, DSTV self don't show 2020 movies because they cannot pay for the rights. Some local stations in Ghana would boldly remove box office movies. Can they be reported by civilians or they are being monitored by your organization?
Now, Socrates, how are you doing the monitoring? Is it manual or automated? How are you going to monitor? Manual or automated monitoring?
Well, as we are speaking, we are setting up a monitoring system.
Manual or automated?
Automated.
Automated. Mm. Wow. Tell us about it.
I should tell you.
That would be expensive.
No. Well, we are doing it in partnership with another institution.
Okay, that's nice.
They have it already.
Okay.
And we've approached them and they are willing to assist us.
Is it the communication authority?
I won't tell you.
I'm just asking.
But we ask you question all day, dodge. So great.
No mind at all. He has all the information though, and he's here trying to.
No, so you get info when they come there.
And all of you, don't you know what we are discussing?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Kwesi, you wanted to ask one? Please. I'll appreciate
this is backdoor comment. Information is for the public, it's not for the government.
Exactly.
Backdoor comment. I know what mention, but you know where they come from. Fly them boy, big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Information is for the public. We ask you a question, I say, I will tell you. You won't tell them.
Very brief.
Kwesi,
Andy,
please be brief.
I mean, if you listen to Honorable Sokresafo and the various answers that
why honorable?
Oh,
but you know, Mr.
Romano. I mean, you were once aspiring for deputy minister.
Oh, Master.
And we'll make sure you chop.
You chop this time. You will chop.
We are here for
whether you like it or not.
We
will make sure
you go chop.
You go chop.
You go chop.
You are classified.
Yes, I'm.
So, please, we are telling you that this time you go chop.
You see, Andy, if you listen to Socrates, I mean, and the presentations he's given to us, it was positive. The reason why I suggested earlier that it would have been prudent for the entire authority to lock themselves in,
lockdown,
and then I mean, look at it for the various systems and the policies to adopt. Possibly add up their own 6 months agenda for sensitization, orientation. So that
very important.
So that society, you will win the sympathy of the whole nation. Because this thing we are saying, it's not Greater Accra thing we are discussing. It's a nationwide policy, and whatever the policies you guys are bringing has effect on the whole nation. It's a national cake thing you are doing. So if it is a year or so thing we are looking at it, then I will say okay, then you are permitted because you go to Kumasi, something else will exist there. But this one is the whole nation, 35 million people thing you guys are drafting and bringing out and protecting, which is a very good thing. But if you look at how the system has been muddied, it is important for this key important element we are discussing. Because one, as I speak to you now, I personally want to know the kind of budget Sokri and the committee is working with. One, because this is key. You see, it's key and paramount
very important
for the success of the committee's work. It is incumbent.
Sanctity.
Exactly. It is important. I want to know the budget the committee is working with to be able to try their logistics, vehicle, and everything, because they will need to travel, go around the country, sensitize everybody. I want to know. Internet. I also want to know, because when Oyege asks him what modem are they using to track, he says they are using manual, automated. We want to know by what establishment, what kind of infrastructure have they put in place to be able to guard all these things?
Very good.
I want to know. These are very important. Ghana want to know.
Yeah, thank you.
Because we don't want to have any
Never again.
It shouldn't be.
Never
Any
again.
circumstance for Socket. The issue that happened at the National Commission on Cultures, it shouldn't happen again.
All right,
for him to use his personal money to service company office and this thing. What budget is he working with?
Right, thank you.
As a chairman.
The way you ended the question is on point.
Very good.
Don't spoil it.
He used money to sort the office out. National
fellow
office.
Stakeholders.
That money hasn't been paid yet.
No.
Kwesi and fellow stakeholders.
Fellow Ghanaians.
I know all that you are saying, the agitations and all the questions and bombardments, is because you want this thing to work. I know. But please also give us this benefit that we are being strategic with our operations.
Please answer the question. Enough of the advice.
I'm answering. We are being strategic.
I need solutions. So me advice.
Yeah, I'm talking about solutions. I said we are being strategic.
And you see how you know the Pampas agrees.
Oh, no, be so.
No, you know the Pampas, and I'm congratulating you. And I want you to continue that.
The man is still within his time. Before you say it's 10, please go.
Because we wanted to end at 40. It's 40 now.
Yeah, it's 40 now.
So go.
So you won't answer?
No, we can't.
No, I mean, so one, my brother.
No way we'll end it.
You ask, so how are we monitoring it and all those things? I beg you. We are doing what is right. I sit here as Paul, because I was once saw. If one individual in this country has given the old classification board headache, then it's me. Do you understand? So I know all the challenges, the loopholes and all. So whatever we are doing now, in consultation with the NFA, the classification team is using all the loopholes in the past, having whatever.
Having whatever?
Yes.
What is whatever?
The challenges of the past. We are fixing them now. This monitoring thing, monitoring site you are talking of, I just informed you that we are doing it in consultation with another institution.
Is it a state agency or a private organization?
Why do you want to know?
No, I want to know because
No,
that
give me a
informs,
reason why we
that
want to
informs us the quantum of money that will be trading hands.
And who told you that we are paying them?
That is why I'm asking you whether it's a state institution or a private institution.
They are not charging us, so we are not bringing any bill.
No, definitely there will be some
Yes.
consideration. So, Chris, you cannot tell me that there's no some consideration.
You allow him to finish the
There will be some consideration.
Let him finish the 3-tier questions.
They are already doing it. It's their job.
Please,
that they already do.
Don't worry, go ahead.
And you're holding them
approach them
close to your chest.
We've approached them.
Okay.
They've not given us the permission to even put it out.
Okay.
That one I agree with you.
Good.
Yes.
So they are helping us. And what is it for? In case somebody shows something that is not appropriate, we only go to them and get the evidence. That's all. Now,
Well, is it that
You
you don't
talk
want
of-
people to go and
No, let him.
Now you guys are bombarding him with too many
there may
questions.
be a reason why they don't want us to
Kwesi's
know
question
who
is still not
monitoring.
answered. So
Okay.
allow.
Kwesi also talk about education. Kwesi, for your information, this law was passed in 2016.
I know.
Good. So how many
But
years?
previously, the board
years now.
probably they didn't
So
do
once
much.
Has
The law
it been
is-
gazetted?
Oh.
I just want to know.
Once the law has been passed, you as a stakeholder operating within this industry, you're supposed to know. If you don't know, then that's not my fault. All I can do is what I'm doing now.
Nobody's
I am
blaming
here
you.
because of information.
Socrates.
flow. I am here because of education.
But
I am not here.
Okay, sorry. You are not here.
As part of the education, we are going around, we are engaging the public, and we are engaging strategic people because one, who are we to engage? Who do we engage now? It's the stakeholders. Here is this station is also part of the stakeholders, and I'm here to also communicate to the public. This is all we can do, and that is what we set out to do. We are appealing to all the TV stations to give us the airtime and space for us to also come and engage the public. 15th June, the office will be open at the Creative Art Council office.
Where you are pitching.
Thanks to Makokreku Mante, who has given us the permission to put a desk there
And
to
patch.
receive all the works. The works are not going to be classified there. We have another location where the committee sits and they are classifying the works.
You mean a desk to take care of the whole country?
So good. Are you still with NCC?
I want to ask a very important
Sorry?
question.
Oh.
Still on this issue. When
on,
can
Charlie,
you?
Charlie.
No, Andy. These are questions that
time.
need to be. He talked
you
about
don't
the
have
fact
a-
that the law was published in
So good.
2016.
Are you saying the time is up? I thought you said you are here to educate people. All of a
yes.
sudden
No.
you are crying for
That's okay.
time.
Andy,
Well,
the law was
you didn't
published.
come on the budget. What budget are you working with?
Hey, you didn't
Give
answer
the
that.
budget.
No, I'm saying that which budget are you working with as an authority? What is your budget?
Socrates. The law was passed in
This
2016.
is very important.
When
for-
you meet-
what
when-
is your budget as an authority?
When you meet the chairman of the classification, this thing that-
When I meet the chairman of who?
are you requesting for my budget to present to you?
As an
Kusianes, or who?
authority, being inaugurated with all the cameras on you, I want to ask you, chairman, for the censorship the classification committee. So, Kesafo, and I put it to you. What budget are you using for your operations?
We are under the National Film Authority.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And what happens?
So the budget will come from there. That's what.
Budget
it
will
was.
come from there.
Yes.
Already, they don't even have budget. They met on Saturday on Peace FM. Said they don't have budget.
Okay. So
They
how
have
are
just
they
even
operating?
opened an account, and you people have gone to 5 meetings. So how are you people paying the allowances?
All right, Charlie. Let me. Okay, answer that question.
No, Andy, this is very, very
Vital
David Donto came on Peace FM this Saturday and says that they have just even opened a bank account. They don't have a budget. You people have done 5 meetings. How are you paying your committee?
Who told you we've done 5 meetings?
You just said it in your presentation.
That we've
You've
done
done
5
series of meetings, about 5 more meetings. Series of meetings. You said it in your
Kusianes,
presentation.
were you in this room?
I was in this room. You
And
said
I
you have
meant-
done. Let's even take the 5 out. You said you have done series of meetings,
Okay.
and I'm asking you, how are you paying your committee members?
They are working in for the state.
Oh, the don't so cry. They are saying, Allah,
It's
the man
not
is
about
trying
working
to
for the
speak.
state, but
I don't
some
have
of these
to
questions, I don't know the kind why you are asking, because you go for meetings and you have your allowances as stipulated in the law, and if you don't have it today, that doesn't mean that you cannot have it tomorrow.
Paid by who?
Paid by the ministry.
The ministry. When was the money released for the work? Because because you refer me to, you gave me a referral, and I'm saying that the person that you refer me to is also on air advocating for government support, and that they just opened their bank account without any money in. And you said that you have done meetings, several series of meetings, and
Did he
I'm
tell
saying
you
as
that?
a
I
chairman
didn't
of
hear
the
him say
as
without
a
any money in.
as a chairman of the committee,
I didn't hear him
can
say
you
without
tell me-
any money
Can you tell me
in.
where you are getting money to pay for your committee? You are the chairman.
Kusianes,
Yes, boss.
the government sector, meetings are paid by the ministry.
From when? Since when?
Oh, I said meetings, board meetings and committee meetings are paid by the ministry.
And you can tell me on authority.
So which ministry is paying yours?
We are under the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. The NFA is under the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture.
And all the exercises you are doing, budgetary has been provided for the film.
How many times are you going to ask this question?
Because you see, I see the frustrations in my brother, in the honorable eye, from National Commission on Culture.
Thank you for your
to this one.
concern.
And I am very much concerned because I cannot sit for you to use your money to buy fuel and put it into government car again.
Okay, so question, you
I'm
asked of the budget. He's still not. Socrates are still not giving you an answer.
No,
I
he
think that's
hasn't
the reason
convinced me enough. What he's saying is not the truth.
The man is telling you what he has.
What he's telling me is not the truth. He's
okay, please, I want you to round it all up.
He's too much holy on this matter.
What's the budget?
Oh, please.
No, do you have any?
Yes.
Good. How much?
Why do you? How much that? What does that?
You are public office. You are public office. Ghana want to know.
Who know?
Because it's our taxpayers' money. Don't we deserve to know?
Okay.
You must know, Kwesi.
It's our taxpayers' money. Tell us how much. You are working for the whole country, 35 million Ghanaians, and you are the classification authority.
Ghana, you do 35.
Maybe my children have been added. My children have been added, so we are 35. And I'm saying that you are working for all of us, 35 million Ghanaians, 33 million Ghanaians. You are working for us. We want to know from the taxpayers' money how much budget has been given to the committee to work. You are the chairman.
Well, allow the man to speak. He's trying to speak. Why are you doing this? Brabani, please speak.
We operate under the National Film Authority.
It's not an answer.
To you, fine.
No. Because you are the
chairman.
He's not
That
finished.
is the answer I have.
Oh, is that your answer?
Yes.
Final answer. All right, listeners, that's the final answer. We'll be right back. When we return, the
gagging
Don
me.
has... Huh?
You're gagging me.
I'm not gagging you. I said when we return. You
Take the going.
No. He won't go. Today we are staying with him till we finish. Please stay with us. We'll be right back, listeners. And I'll read more of your comments. So Gesafo is the chairman for the classification committee. Don.
Yes.
Yes.
So
before we went for the break,
you mentioned that, the ministry was going to finance whatever you did. But I don't know, I stand to be corrected. Taking a close look at the law, it talks about a fund, a film fund. What is that fund supposed to do then?
Oh, it's been explained there. If you can go through, you see they've given all the things to support local productions and all that.
But that hasn't got anything to do with the classification.
No.
All right. No. So you talked about the fact that the law was passed in 2016.
Yeah.
So I should believe that you should have the publication date when it was made known to the public via newspaper, etc. Yes. Do you have it at hand?
No, I don't have it here.
Because that is one of the things you must arm yourself with. Because if people are saying they don't know, point them out to Daily Graph, fake page number, so and so, it was there. Yeah. But until you do that, you don't have any solid basis, because you need to gazette a law before it needs to be officially published.
It's been there, it's been done already, but just that I don't have it.
You see, there may be the chance that it may not have been done. The reason being that it was passed in a rush close to the end of President Mahama's term of office. So there may be that great, somebody may have forgotten. I don't know. I'm just trying to alert you, go and cross-check.
Okay.
It will surprise you that it hasn't been done.
Thank you very much. I will do that.
Yeah.
I know that it has been done, but I don't have it here.
All right.
Again,
just go and check.
I'll go and check.
All right. Now, Socrates, what about if someone wants to, I would say, how do we call it in Ghana? Premiere a movie? Do the person comes through you?
21 days before you put the film out, you must bring it for us to classify it. 21 days before your intended date, you bring it for us to. You don't finish the film today and bring it today and expect us to do everything for you today. No.
So that means when you present your film or your video, it takes 21 days for it to be processed.
No. Your intended date of, maybe if you want to do it 1st July.
Okay. Talking about the event. What about the
public marriage?
Huh?
Like how you want to marry, you go to AMA and then you publish it 21 days before you marry.
Yeah.
So what about, do they need a license before they can do that from you?
Yes.
You haven't talked about that. That's why I'm drawing your attention to.
Questioners took all the time to.
Yes, please, let's dwell on that because people might still flout the law. They might still come to you and still flout the law because they are not aware they need to come for licensing and registration before they can even do that.
And as per the law,
let's go
the
to
NFA,
that direction.
The NFA is to register or license every content producer. So you go to the NFA and they will give you the license, and then out of that you can now operate under the law.
Okay, so the license is very important.
It's very, very, very important.
Please, stakeholders out there, you need a license.
But first and foremost, you see, I've been on several platforms. I've even shared this law. People are not interested in reading.
No, that is why we want to ask questions so that we can solve that problem. Because if they are not interested in reading, they will probably hear. That's why we are going deep.
People are only interested in reading if it is about money.
Yeah. Then you come and they are asking you a whole lot of questions as if whatever you are doing now is out of your own interest, or you just woke up and then decide to do it. I'm pleading with you, please read the law.
So that is the law. Educate us on the law. If you like, you should pay me and let me go around and go and do PR for you. You need to put somebody on the ground to do that. Somebody who has grip of the law.
If the person hasn't read the law, he will be asking the questions questioners is asking.
Yes, then you'll be answering.
He's an industry player. Okay,
he's supposed to be abreast with the law. So let him do the job. He wants all the questions.
Questioners should read the law.
You are dodging bullets.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Okay, but this job you are doing is not stressful for you.
Very. That is why very soon I will not be doing that. I have people who come.
Are you stressed?
I'm human.
Yes.
So the stress on you.
I am human.
Are you going through any pressure?
I am human.
All right, thank you. Let me read some few comments and then we'll be out of here.
Are you receiving the full, compliments of the boards?
I have the right to sack the Don from the studio. He doesn't know.
Okay.
I'll consult the guy from US.
Yes.
Pay you $10.
And you are wearing, look at the this thing I cry, you are wearing a
Jenny, at that day, Koliba market, I'll go buy for Koliba market.
You see, they don't see the quality on the camera.
Hey, Charlie, someone asked the question of your nose mask. He says, what, Gucci nose mask?
No. This is a fake Gucci, I beg you.
So you wear fake things?
It's not a Gucci.
You wear fake things?
So it's about for because what this kind of question. What this kind of street design. Papa Kwesi Roddy says, Andy, I don't know why Socrates' responsiveness to questions relating to his own line of work is poor. If he feels under pressure in the studio, he should honorably beseech to discontinue the interview and redo his homework professionally. Dennis from Macho says, what I said with you okay, so I think that's a different thing. 247 Kwesi says, Hitz FM and Kasa there. You need to prepare before you go there. Because facing analytical and well-informed guys like the Don and the Dusty, Mr. Logic, Mr. Agla and Kwesi Ernest, you go feel the heat and Kasa. Socrates for sit well. Okay. Holiday J says, Brandy, today you know players 1K above. Oh, Charlie. DJ Black who play it, I beg. He's getting ready. Olasti2 says, Andy, I beg, sack Kwesi Ernest from the studio. Why? The man said they worry Uncle Socrates are for rough. Like Mr. Logic to come, my hometown chairman, the don't check out to know the year. Hey. Yes, massive. Onion Slice says, OMG, I missed Kwesi Ernest. The question is asking, is the reality in this country? Well, for Safu, if you don't let us the reality, if you don't let us know the reality and come later saying there was no budget and all, we won't spare you. We won't take any excuse in the future. Peace. Moonlight says, okay, Professor Jampo, Nana Yao Wasti says, Kwesi has a point. How is someone in Kumasi supposed to submit their product for classification? Do they have to come to Accra or they have offices all over Ghana? Papa Kwesi what he comes back to say, it has already been implemented, but trust me, enforceability will be lost. Socrates himself has less idea how they will enforce it. Ghanaians and impertinent laws. Kwame Onfe says, hello Brandy, let Uncle Sog know that people have genuine concerns, so it is instructive to shun the defense sentiments and take a look at the questions posed to him. If he doesn't have answers now, he should take notes of questions posed and stop being bossy. Ajin Kwa GA says, Brandy, good morning. Please let the president know that we, the bar operators, are also starving. Why do they want us to die? Why do they want us to die? I have family, myself, wife, and 4 kids. How am I going to take care of them? At my area, some are selling, but me, I try my best to abide by the rules since the first lockdown. I stayed in my house for 3 good weeks. He opened the lockdown. I opened my bar. One police came to arrest me and collected 500 Ghana from me while some are still selling. I and my children are starving. I'm just 34 years and I'm dying with hunger with my kids, but I have businesses too. Please come to my aid. Please help me talk to the president. I don't want to die.
Andy, can I come in here? This matter is a very, very
Serious.
important
Yes,
matter.
yes,
Because
tomorrow.
I've heard a lot of people complain about this. You see, IGP, please let your men, according to the law, start wearing their names on their shoulders so that we can identify them.
Good.
Every policeman by the roadside hasn't got his tag, and it is against the law.
We can't even identify the fake ones.
Yes. So, I mean, if you are there to enforce the law, and the very police officers who are supposed to enforce the law are flouting the law by not wearing their name tags, where are we going as a nation? This is going to you, Mr. IGP.
Because if you go to a bar owner and collect 500 cedis
Yes.
from him, I mean, it means that you've almost taken about most like a truck of his profit on,
Yes.
on Guinness.
Huh?
Yes.
Because maybe the person earns 50 pesos on a bottle.
Yes.
Or 1 Ghana cedis per bottle sold. So if you take 500 boom like that, it means that the whole 1 month sales profit and and that's why most of them they die like that, because they're just walking around carrying cases.
Yes, Charlie. So I beg you, IGP, to help curb this kind of scenario of people alleging that police officers have taken money from them. Please allow them, let them wear the badge. In the past, it was instructive to wear, but lately, as if and I'm reminding them that it is there. It is in the police code.
All right, now Juju said, hey, what for question honest? And it's up to commoner English. He says, Andy, please don't look for it. I don't understand the word myself. Anyways, I'm enjoying the conversation going on. Good morning, Mr. Dusty. The man in your studio is confused. What he's saying, lack direction. Rudolph from Tema, Gulf City. Big up to all Rudolph's construction workers. Jamal says the classification committee should get a PRO to make their communication more succinct and understandable. Mr. Sukri Safu should handle the real running of the office. Someone like Kimidi Sintiama say he's still not clear on the classification. Well, we are done. Thank you very much, Mr. Safu, for coming. I'm so
final words, so Chris. You can't allow them just finish up, tie things up. Yes, but tie things up.
Ask of the budget, and I should give him budget.
No, it's all right. I mean, what they are saying. Yeah. So, what's your final words to them?
Well, my final words, I would say that the law is coming into force 1st July. We are starting. Make sure that whatever you play, you have the classification mark on it. And also content owners, make sure that you bring your works from 15th June. The office is open at ATIC, that is the Creative Art Council office. You can come there. There will be somebody there who will receive your works, give you a receipt, and you come for it after 14 days, or when it's ready before the 14 days, we will call you.
Right.
And then you come for your certificate.
So 2 weeks. So anybody who submits the work within 2 weeks.
Yes. So it doesn't mean, it can be done in the same day if you're lucky.
Yeah. But imagine they are inundated with loads of works.
We have.
They have enough people, right?
Enough people with
eyeballs to see. All right. Thank you very much for coming, Mr. Safo. Thanks, Don. Thanks, Mr. Ernest. Lovely people. We are out of here, but let's say a big thank you to Dahlia Beauty and Pharma, Vodafone, TriSteel Roofing Company Limited, Franco Trading Enterprise, and Betway. DJ Black is ready with Music Box.
This is Hitz.